I haven't even started the video or anything. And I'm just sitting here just kind of like thinking of what like I want to say. And then when I was thinking of what I wanted to say, tears just kind of like just started flowing. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna take like 5. Let me just take like 5, and then I'm gonna come back. So I told y'all I was gonna take 5, and I was gonna come back, and I did. Can I stop tears from flowing? I can't, but I'm gonna do my best to make this video. So why I'm here, honestly, I really don't even know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. I just been praying a lot, and I've been talking to God like every single day, and really just building a relationship with God. And the more that I build my relationship with God, the more I'm starting to hear God speak to me, and I'm just starting to just follow what he tells me. So as you guys see the title, I did lose my dad to gun violence. My dad was shot, and I'm not going to say he was shot and killed, because he was shot and then he was paralyzed, and then my dad later went on to glory with God. I'm not going to say how many times he was shot, but he was shot multiple times. Now, a lot of people, like my family members, they may probably feel some type of way about me putting out this video, and I'm sorry, guys. I love you guys, but I have to do this because my dad was a beautiful person, and he was a great person. He was a great man, and I feel like his story and my experience, I have to tell it. I have to tell it, and I have to. And I really hope that this video doesn't offend anybody, but I have to. And the reason why I have to share my story is because there are people out there like me. There are people, when my dad had passed away, I believe I just turned 18. So there are people around that age. There are people, you know, that are my age now, you know, 30, that have lost a parent or a sibling or a family member or even a friend to gun violence. People don't really talk about that. When I'm growing up, it's like when you go through something so traumatic, it's like you want to respect everybody's feelings, so you don't really speak much on it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody know it happened, and then it's sort of just like, I won't say fade away, but people don't talk about it. And I didn't really talk about it, but I have to, because I know what I went through, and I know that I really wish somebody put a video out there for, you know, so that way I could hear somebody's point of view. Because when I went through all of this, I didn't know where to start. My dad was shot, and the person that shot him left him in a park. Okay, the person that did it, he's still out there. He's still living. He's not in jail. Nothing. And I know it's kind of crazy, but I gotta say it, he's still out there living his life. Now, from what I hear, he's not living a good life, but I don't really care if he's living a good life or not. All I know is that he hurt somebody I love, and the person that I love is not here, and that's usually how it happens. You know what I mean? People get murdered, people get killed, people do all types of stuff. And usually 9 times out of 10, whoever did it, there's no justice. They never find out who did it. So anyway, I just didn't realize like everything that losing my dad to gun violence, I didn't know how traumatizing it was to me. Honestly, it's like, because first of all, I'm like terrified of guns. Like, I never forget, like, I went to, with my husband, a shooting range. My anxiety was out the roof. Like, I couldn't even step into the room. When I stepped in there, people shooting all those guns and everything, I just started getting really bad anxiety, and I went out and I just sat down and I was just on my phone. I couldn't even look at the gun. I didn't want to touch the gun or anything. And then I was like getting kind of like overwhelmed. Like, why am I getting so overwhelmed? What's going on? And then as I thought back, I was like, that's what it is. Everything that my dad went through, and after he was shot, after me seeing with my own 2 eyes, witnessing his life after that traumatic experience, and seeing his life all the way up until when he passed on, me seeing what a gun can actually do, I didn't even, I seen what a gun could do to somebody. I don't want it in my house. I don't want it in the backyard, in the shed. I don't know what it is. I don't even want to touch a gun. It gives me anxiety. It's just really, really scary. Because you seeing and knowing what a gun can do to somebody and do to somebody's body is just, it's just scary to me. So I'll never forget, like, when my dad first got hurt, and my siblings and my mom, we rushed up to the hospital. And when we rushed up to the hospital, like, you know, we actually saw my dad. And my mom wanted us to see him because the doctor said that they didn't think he was gonna make it through the night. You know what I mean? So my mom was like, all right, well, we don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, so you guys need to see your dad. I walked into that room, and I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life before. I didn't know how to take it in. I was young. I was like 13, probably even 12. I never forget that the word got out, like, at the school of, like, what happened to my dad. Everybody from my school, people that I just say what's up to, I don't know how, but people just started getting my number, and everybody was just calling me. And I'm like, my phone, no lie, it was non-stop ringing. But everybody knew, and it was crazy because it's like when I went back to school, I remember me getting like so much love. Everybody just came up to me, talking to me, asking me how I'm doing, saying if I need anything. Like, it was like, it was crazy. And in middle school and all that stuff, I really stood to myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really, I know that people knew me, but I didn't know people really like messed with me like that until I went through like a situation like that. Like, I have friends that I grew up with, and they're, you know, their dads were taken from gun violence, and I feel for it. I feel for it. And when I send a text, when I say, hey, like, I got you, call me whenever, I stand by that, because it's the hardest thing ever. My dad, you know, he couldn't walk. One of the main people right there seeing everything, okay? Seeing him in the hospital, seeing him come from the hospital, seeing him going through everything, then seeing him later pass away. Everything that was happening, I'm right there. I'm seeing everything with my own two eyes. Everything that I never imagined this happening. I never thought it was gonna happen. Never. If anyone asks me, do you think that something was gonna happen to your dad? Do you think your dad will be shot? Do you think that your dad will die? Did you think that any of this? It blew my mind. Like, I thought that honestly, that he was gonna be here forever. I thought he was gonna be here forever. And the crazy thing about it is that you can't prepare yourself for something like that. Even though you have to go forward, you have to live, you have to go on, you're always gonna feel that traumatic experience. It's always gonna be there. My dad was shot, and the person that did that to him, he's still out there. And I gotta deal with that every day of my life. You know, I got to deal with the person that shot my dad and left him out there in a park. And kids have to find him. Left him in the park. Just left him there. That type of dude is still out there. And what's so crazy is, like, even though my dad was going through all of this, okay? So, like, my dad was like a person that loves to travel, loved to dance, very active, very on his feet. So when he was shot and he became paralyzed, it was something very, very difficult. Very difficult for him to take in. But I'm not gonna lie, because seeing my dad go through everything that he went through, I'm not gonna lie, it made me one hell of a person. And the reason why I say that is because watching this man go through something so traumatizing, and he never not once lost his faith in God. He never once stopped praying. He never once stopped reading the Bible. Every time I see my dad, he has the Bible open. He's reading the Bible. He's praying. Even when he's in the lowest point of his life. For you guys, meaning his kids, he said, if I have to go through all of this stuff and go through everything that I went through to stop you guys from going through it, I'll do it, and I'll do it again 1,000 times. That's exactly what my dad said. he said that he didn't want us to go through that. So he'd rather for it to happen to him than to see one of his kids go through something so traumatizing. Some of you guys may understand, some of you guys may not understand. I know that's a little bit deep, but I know that I understand it. Seeing this man go through this, and not once did he ever question God. I have never heard him question God, not once. I see him praying increased, but he never once stopped believing or stopped praying. Seeing him go through something like that, I know there's nothing that I cannot get through. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a strong man go through it. So that's the type of strength that I seen represented. You know what I'm saying? And people always say, like, I have a good head on my shoulders, and people always say that I'm real strong because my dad was a very strong man. He was strong. And it's like, when somebody gets shot, you don't understand. You don't understand. Like, I don't know when him and that guy, I told you, him and that guy got into it, the guy that shot my dad. I don't know what I heard, but I don't really know what their conversation was like. I don't expect us getting a phone call, somebody calling, telling us, hey, you got to rush up to the hospital because your dad may not make it through the night. It never crossed my mind. It never did. If I tell you guys that I think that I was going to be sitting in front of this camera, in front of you guys, sitting here telling y'all what happened to me, never in a million years, bro. Never in a million years. And I really hope, like, if you are a person that lost your dad, if you are a person that lost somebody, and you're watching this video, okay, I love you. If I know you, I got you. If you lost somebody, I can relate to you. I got you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, I understand. But do you really understand? What somebody just took from you like that, do you really understand the trauma? Do you understand the courage that it takes to get up every single day, to breathe, to live, to go on with your life? It takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of strength. To wake up and then you get a call. Somebody's gone. Not just gone. And then when you're young, you're young. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I needed my dad. I wanted my dad here. I felt like a lot of things that I went through, if he was here, I'm pretty sure my life would kind of go in a different direction. And I know a lot of young people think that as well. You know what I'm saying? He's been telling me to share my story. And I just been listening to him, and I'm doing exactly what he told me is to share it. But losing my dad is a type of pain that I can't even explain it. Words can't explain it. And I think what hurts me the most is how he died. You know, knowing somebody shot him. Like, you have that much hate in your heart to shoot somebody? Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not even 5 times. Like, how much hate is in your heart? So, I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm grateful. God is good. I pray. I pray all the time. I just really wanted to do this video for anybody that has lost somebody due to gun violence. It's unfortunate. It hurts. But I hope that you guys are getting the counseling and getting the help that you need to process it, because we can't control we can't control gun violence. We can speak about it and we can share our experience so that way we can help somebody else get through to it. But we can't stop it. We can't always stop it. I never forgot we had this neighbor, and she was so sweet, and she knew all of us. And I never forget, I seen her at McDonald's, and she came up to me and she said, how's your family? Most importantly, how's your dad doing? Right? And at that point, I was in a point where I was just kind of numb. Like, I didn't cry about it. I was just like in a numb space. And I looked at her and I was like, I I hate to tell you this, but he died. And this woman started crying. She started crying. She was like, I am just so sorry. He was such a nice man. This world can be so cruel and I don't understand it, but I don't stop praying. And for everybody that's in a position like me, you will get through it. Are you gonna hurt? Yeah. Is it gonna be hard? Yeah. Are you gonna have hard days? Yeah. Are you gonna have days where you can't even think about it? When you think about it, you get sick to your stomach? You are. But can you get through it? Yes. Is God on your side? Yes. Can you be an advocate? Can you speak? Can you help somebody else? Can you guide somebody else? Yes. Not everybody is as strong as you. That's what I tell myself. Not everybody is as strong as me. Some people, I don't know. I have some strong family. You know, I got people that deal with a lot. I'm not comparing my situation to anybody, but people can get through it. But not everybody can get through like this. People go to drugs. People go to alcohol. I choose to pray. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't like to not be in my right mind. I like to be sober. I like to feel it. I want to feel the pain. I want to actually have God help me heal through it. I want to get through it the right way. I don't want to get through it the wrong way. Anything in my life, I don't want to get through it the easy way. Let me feel it. Let me get through it. Let me hurt. Let me heal. That's how I want to get through it. That's how I want to get through it. And it's like my dad, he wasn't no, if you don't know him, he could come off very strong, but he had it sweet. He'll give the shirt off his back. And that person that did that to him, I don't think he knew that. I don't think he knew that side. I don't think he knew that side. I don't think he knows how it affected our whole entire family. I just don't know how much hate you have in your heart, man, to pull that trigger like that. Like, I can't even hold a gun. Let out that, pull a trigger. I don't know why God had me do this video. I was thinking about it. I was like, God, you want me to do a video about gun violence? I don't even know what I'm going to say. I don't have the words. I don't know, like, what to say. If I can go back, I'll do anything to have my dad. I'll do anything to have my dad back. I mean, I feel sorry for those people that lost their family due to gun violence, because it's like, you gotta wake up with that heavy feeling. And it feels like it's all a dream, you know? And I think the reason why I feel so bad is because I know how I feel. So everybody else that goes through it, that's why when I read articles or I hear my friends losing their dads or their family members or whatever getting killed, that's why it hurts me so bad, because I've been there. I know how it feels. And there's nothing you can tell that person. You could just be there. That's it. I'm hoping everybody understands what I say in this video, but God told me to do it, so I did it. So I love you guys, and I really hope you guys have a good night. All right. I love you.